Okay, so any problem with this one? This is the page 168 that's due on Monday, the homework. So, okay, what would really help is definitely the annotation part. This is question 9, the one with the story. It's a word problem, 3 sentences. So please really like do some annotations. Now, there's a reason you can see in question 7, it asks you to draw a model to show the ratio of P to Q. So it's P to Q. So likewise, I could use a color for P. And then I could use a color for Q. And then P to Q. So you try as much as possible, make it the same size. 1:1, 2:2, 3:3, 4:4, 5:5, and then P's got 1 unit more. So 6:5. 6 units is to 5 units. That is the drawing for 7. Then you look at the last question here. It gives you 3 characters in the story. Hui Ling, Janice, and Amaya. Amaya? Oh, okay, Amaya. Like Amara's sister. Amaya, an imaginary sister. Her sister is Sharifa. Yeah. So Amaya is an imagination sister. Amiya, okay. Amiya and Amaya, imaginary twin sisters from AI. Right. So you're supposed to figure out the relationship of these 3 people, starting with the first one. And you realize that Hui Ling is the person that connects all 3 of them. So you have Hui Ling, Janice, and Amaya. The first part says Hui Ling is 4 times, Hui Ling is 4 times of Janice, and twice as many paper clips as Amaya. So the first and Janice is the relationship between Hui Ling and then Janice. Then you see Hui Ling again. This is Hui Ling's part. Hui Ling as many as Amaya. So so actually this is also Hui Ling. So Hui Ling is also 2 times of Amaya. So if I have to draw this out, I start with, so I will choose to draw Hui Ling in the middle. Because Hui Ling is the one that is related to 2 people. I will draw Janice on top. Janice is the one that is just 1 unit, quite easy to understand. Hui Ling is the one that is 4 times of Janice, so 1, 2, 3. Is it the same size? Okay, 3, hold on. 4. So Hui Ling and Janice, Hui Ling is 4 times as many paper clips as Janice. So I get the first part settled. Then Hui Ling is twice as many paper clips as Amaya. Meaning Amaya is supposed to be half of what Hui Ling has. How many units is that? 2. So Amaya is supposed to be half of what Janice Hui Ling has. That means 2 units. So if I put Janice is to Hui Ling is to Amaya in the ratio method to check, Janice is 1 unit, Hui Ling is 4 times as many, so 4 units. Amaya is half of what Hui Ling has because Hui Ling is twice as many. So this is the units. Then the last part asks for the ratio of the number of paper clips Amaya. So Amaya is here. The question asks for Amaya to total of all 3 goals. So the ratio question that is being asked, not given, but it's asked. Amaya is to total. So I can put total here, which I can add these three numbers up, or I can look at the number of total units here. So the total is 7 units if you add them all up. But the question asks for Amaya to total. So you need to write the ratio, or the answer is of Amaya is to total is 2:7. That's question 9. Is that okay? Who got this like correct? Okay. This is question 9 of page 168. Okay, so on 668, I already gone through like 2 questions out of the 3. The left is question 8. Okay, then I move along, okay? Can I? Moving. Moving, can I? Okay, Can? Okay, moving. If you haven't seen it yet, I'm recording this so you can go home and take a look at it, okay? Okay, moving on to the set of worksheet on ratio of 2 quantities, which we say that the homework is on page 186. So this was the homework page. It's still the homework page. I'm going to move on to one more question here at page 187 and page 188. So I'm going to help you with these two questions, one on each page, okay? Now, you realize on page 187, particularly this question number 5. Are you here already? Okay, so on page 187, question number 5, you realize that in this question, if it appears in the exam, you might be stunned for a moment because there's no ratio that's mentioned. It's a relationship. Then the next question asks you for ratio. Okay, in this case, sorry. This question number 5. I'm surprised you're asking me that question like so quickly, whether to type 25. I think my question I'd rather you ask is, what information do I have? Have you annotated? Yeah. So what will you annotate in this question number 5? I will point out Ravi. I will point out there's Raja. So I'll take note there's 2 characters. There's Ravi. Is Ravi given? No. Yep, Ravi is given. So Ravi, I have Ravi. Is there Raja? Raja, no, you don't have Raja. Raja is an information that you need to find. Is considered something that you need to, is a missing information that you need to figure out. And then it tells you that Raja here, even though it's not given, it gives you the relationship. So what is the relationship is that I have Ravi as this amount, and that's 31 kilograms. I have Raja kilograms heavier. So this extra bit is 10 kilograms. So I don't know Raja. So I draw a model to show it. Then the last part asks for find the ratio of Raja to total. Raja is to total. So this is the question. So this is the total. So there are 4 question marks that you need to find. Sorry, 3. 3 question marks you need to find. First find Raja, second find total, third find ratio. So step one, Raja, which I think not too difficult, 31 plus 10. Step two, total. 31 plus 41. That's 72, correct? Finally, step three, ratio. Raja is to total. Reminder, no units for ratio. Because ratio shows relationship, so no units for ratio. That will be, as a result, 41 is to 72. Can this be simplified? No. So the answer will be here. Can I divide by 2? No. Can I divide by 3? No. Can I divide by 4? No. Can I divide by 5? No. Then cannot. Then this is the final answer. Okay. Okay. So this question I said draw a model helps. Yeah. Yes, you need the ratio method. Okay, that's cool. You got the answer. That's okay. It really depends on how you see things. So you choose the method that you feel help you to resolve the question easiest. Okay, move on. Okay, can I move on, right? Can I? Okay, Can I move on? Okay. Okay. As question, this question I think is still quite okay. Question number 187, page 187, question 6. This one's okay. It's really reading the question, annotating the question, and then really doing things step by step. So first one, I have fiction books. I can write it as F, and then you have non-fiction. Then you have the ratio, and then you have a difference. Difference means number of fiction versus difference means number of fiction versus non-fiction. Then the question asks for fiction question mark. Difference is given, difference is 245. I think this one either ratio or model both can do because the ratio is given, so the unitary is easy to understand to see because it's given. So you can draw the model or you can do it by the ratio method. Both will work. You need to first be able to pinpoint which one is the one that's small. So this has 9 units. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 units. And then non-fiction is 4 units. So this is the difference. 5 units is the difference. So 5 units is the difference. 5 units is 245. If you do it with the ratio method, it works too. Then after that, you need to ultimately find friction. Friction is 9 units. So that's about this question. You can continue to work on the next steps. Right? And so this one additional one question. That's homework. Quite fast, halfway already. If you prefer the ratio method, it will work also. So I'm just writing the side. Ratio is harder. Yeah, it really depends. Some of you are like good with numbers. So you see the relationship between numbers easily. Yeah, I think the units is really easier because you can see better one look. So you can get to this statement like easier because you draw the model, you can see the difference well. This one is that you really need to be holding that units in your head. Yeah, if it works for you, that's good. But so you reach the 5 units equals to 245, that's 1 mark. So it comes to 245. You need to figure out what is this times how much. So which I will say is you by unit theory, this is easier. Then for that, after that you find fiction. That's 9 units. I think model is easier, the unitary for ratio. But it's up to you, okay? Yeah, okay, so this one is the additional question. I move on to the last question, okay? There's page 188. Okay, and you realize that the last two questions, it looks complicated. Yeah, it's easy. Uh, some of you, you read the question, if you got good, if you are good with comprehension in English, then this kind of question will not challenge you because you can understand the story behind. So, are you okay? This is page 188, question 7 and question 8. Can or not? Yeah. Am I going too fast? I'm going too fast? Do you need me to scroll back here? Too slow. Okay. Can Huh? Cannot what? Too fast. I haven't find the paper yet. Okay, one good news for you, everything is recorded. Uh, test. Be recorded. Okay, can I move on Yes, Cheryl. I cannot really hear you. Later I come over, okay? Wait, maybe later I'll come over. Okay. Okay. Now, question 7 and 8. So, well, if you are not so good with English comprehension, then I really ask of you to read, annotate, draw a picture to help yourself to understand. So a piece of string of 72 centimeter long is cut into two pieces. One piece is long and the other piece is shorter. So I can already draw there's one piece that is longer and then there's one piece that is shorter. Not sure exactly how long and how short. But according to here, one piece is 24 centimeter. So if one piece is 24, that means the other piece, which I don't know whether it's longer or shorter, will be 72 minus 24, which is 48. Yeah, correct. 48 centimeter. This shows that the other piece is the longer piece. So this one is 48 centimeter. The shorter piece is 24. So I get the first step done. Then the question asks here, find the ratio of the length of the longer piece to the length of the shorter piece. Okay, now I get it why your friends say it's easy, because you just need to find the other piece. And after that, you put the ratio longer to shorter, 48 is to 24. Then, yeah, then divide by 24 because you want simplest form. So a reminder again, when it comes to ratio, you do not put units in it. So the answer is just 2:1, correct? So remember, no units for ratio. No units for ratio. Because ratio shows relationship. That's all. Is it very difficult? Quite okay, right? I think the part that is challenging is you must be patient to read and understand the question. Okay, question 8. Can we move on? Question 8 talks about the puzzle. You will see that it's about relationship. Oh, okay, here you have X, Y, and Z. 3 different puzzles. Yeah, can move on already, yeah? If you have trouble following, I'm recording this as well for Jaren and maybe Summer if you want to see it. Not so sure whether teacher is on the same side, same um, question as us. Right, so here I see there's parcel X, parcel Y, and parcel Z. So there's X, Y, and Z. All right, then I try to figure out the relationship. I have X is twice as heavy as Y. So X is equal to 2 times of Y, which I can draw first, or I can continue to read first. The ratio of Y, you've got a ratio here. The ratio is Y is to Z. That's 2 is to 3. Which is like, okay. Seems like Y is the link between them. So I can draw X first. So X is twice as heavy as parcel Y, so X and Y. Y will be 1 unit. So X is twice, that means X will be 1 unit, 2 unit. Then according to here, it says that Y is 2 is to 3. Huh? Oh, yours is 1 to 3? Huh? How come my question and your question is different? And who has the same question as me? Nobody. What does your question say? Wait. Is it my workbook is the old workbook? Okay. But never mind. Let me check my workbook. Page 188. Maybe I need to update my app. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's different But never mind. This the one in the workbook is easier. Okay, then you don't shouldn't be copying down. Okay, so you shouldn't be getting this down. But anyway, you can still try to solve. If it's like this, based on this question, this one's a bit challenging. Yeah, this one is a bit challenging. What was the yeah. Yeah, I know. Our friends are just pointing out that my workbook is your workbook is the new one, and my app is the old one. Let me check whether the online book is the same. This is page 186, right? 88. Let me check. Page 188. Oh, the one, this one is also old. Oh, that's weird. Um, so, well, it says here, never mind, I will use this then and just change this. What should it be? Yeah. The parcel is 1:3, is it? Okay, let me get this down. Thank you. That means the question. Why do you think I'll say the question is easier? Yeah, correct. Because it will be a low number. I'm glad you're able to answer that. Yeah, in a minute. Actually, I did. Okay. So just now we was here. Are we in the same one already? Are we the same one already? So sorry. Oh, sorry. So this one should be 1:3, and this one is 24. Okay. So I changed this question here, but the rest of this is still the same, right? So x is still 2 times of y. So my model is still correct, right? So I have x and y. So I still have 2 units of x, 1 unit of y, correct? X, y, and z. Then the ratio of y to z is 1:3. Is that correct? Okay, so this question should be, I would say this question is considered easier. Uh, yeah, because Z is how many units? 3. This question is quite simple because later you see why, later we talk about it, okay? Then it says here, the total mass of 3 parcels is 24. So if I draw the model, it's just like this. So total number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 units is 24. Okay, now I see why some of your friends are saying that this question is easy as well. Because the numbers are small and friendly anyway. Oops, sorry. Sorry. This is the thing about the screen, the technology sometimes. It just lags and yeah. Yes, you may. And it disappears again. Just do it on the board. Okay. Or why not you just solve it yourself? We already give you the last part already, right? Yeah. It's that one is quite easy. But if it's this question, you realize that this is more difficult actually. The original question is more difficult. Why? Just now this was 1:3, right? And then this is 24. So you could draw like 3 units, and then it was quite simple because 6 units is 24. So you find X is quite easy. Agree? But this is based on the older question. If the older question is like this, uh, the older question is more difficult. Can you see why the older question is more difficult? Yeah. Oops. If it's the older question, it's actually more difficult because Z is supposed to be 3 units and Y is supposed to be 2 units. So if it's the older question, it's harder. You know why? I gotta cut this up into this, and then it's become like mini units. Yeah. If this is like that, which this kind of question can come out in the exam as well, because you're going to switch this to equivalent fractions first. So the new question is actually easier. Okay? Now, if that said it's until 188, actually you only have a few questions left. Correct? So on Monday, can I collect both worksheets? Can we only have a few questions left for the homework. Can?